One of our newest champions, Jill-Allbrecht. Beautiful country club lanes. A couple of beautiful young ladies, good players. Good opening match here.
It is. You have, well, last week we had the young and the restless and the veterans all together, but actually you have a similar scenario right here in the first match. Lisa-Wagner with all the experience, 73 television career appearances. Jill-Allbrecht, on the other hand, with only a few.
Lisa comes out, opening shot, misses the head pin on the left-hand lane. Nerves or just not a very good shot?
I'd have to say not a very good shot. I watched the players practice prior to the telecast, Denny, and talked to them a little bit. They said the lanes were similar to the morning block, even a little more open than yesterday morning. So you really do need to play more outside, right around the 6th, 7th board, straighter up towards the pocket. If you tug the ball, if you hit inside of your mark, it's going to go right because of the amount of conditioner in the center of the lane. Not exactly textbook, but the 1 goes up against the wall, took the 2 and came back and got the 4. Lisa says, thank you. Don't want to give anything away in the first frame.
First shot for Jill-Allbrecht, light hit, and she's playing very much up and at him here this week.
I think you'll find all or 4 of the 5 players on the telecast tonight are very up and at 'em players, with the exception of Diana Teeters, who told me, she said, I was actually in the oil trying to swing out to the dry. She was able to do it because her ball speed is much slower. These other players, they have a lot of ball speed. They just moved right into the dry and fired it to the pocket.
Plus, when you look at Jill, Lisa, Sandra Jo Shiring, those are all players that are rolling the ball end over end, whereas Diana's going to spin that thing quite a bit more.
Jill-Allbrecht, right-handed player, 24 years old, 6 foot.
Won her first title earlier this year. She was very excited about that.
And a little shake of the head. Spares were not very difficult this week, Denny. There was the conditioner in the center of the lane, but once you got used to it, you could pretty easily pick up the 10 pins, pick up the spares on the left. It was really a nice condition.
Lisa-Wagner with 76 career victories in the championship round. By far and away more than the other 4 finalists in this field this evening. Swings it again, this time the washout. This pair of lanes is either a little tighter than she anticipated, or she's going to have to move a little right.
She's definitely going to have to move right. She's hitting right up the oil line, or the conditioner line as we call it. She has to move right, get more into a point. I'm very surprised after watching her practice. I saw her throw strikes. I predicted her to have a pretty nice shot.
It's interesting because she's almost swinging the ball a little bit as opposed to moving right and doing exactly what you said, going up and at him, which is what she's made a living at for a lot of years. Trying to cover up the washout. Not even close there. So an open frame in the second for Lisa-Wagner.
And you can take a look at Lisa-Wagner. She has that very basic 4-step game. She recently was at a 5-step, said, I'm going back to the 4-step. Perfect pendulum. Look at the height in their backswing right there. Great follow through, just textbook.
Solid and square at the line. One of the reasons why she's kept that ball on line and on target for so many years.
Well, she went to a 5-step for a few years, Denny, and then she ended up going back to a 4-step. Her coach, Ted Thompson, said, Lisa, you have to go back to 4 steps. And she finally gave in and said, okay. Once again, she misses the head pin. This is the 3rd time in a row. She's hitting in around the 12th, trying to swing out to the 8th board. This is not where the shot is. This is not where she was playing in practice. She needs to move right, get into the track area. She's in the dead center of the oil. She needs to get out to around the 6th, 7th board.
A huge break for Lisa, who applauds the good fortune, but she trails now by 15 in this match.
Watch the pin action here. Normally that head pin flies over and takes out the 10. Doesn't necessarily go back first and then come out and get it. A big break.
Almost a double hit of the head pin. Jill-Allbrecht trying to take advantage. Light hit again on lane 26. This time the 10 pin.
You can see the projection of Jill's ball, Denny. She is going more from right to left, trying to play a little bit more direct towards the pocket. And Lisa, on the other hand, was trying to swing like you had mentioned there.
Jill never cashed in this event, so a bonanza of a week for her here at Country Club. Cross lane and another 10-pin conversion.
That's something she has really come into her own this year as well, not only winning her first title, but she has cashed in 11 of the 12 events so far.
Last year there was a time where she wasn't sure she was going to finish out the season. Just goes to show you how tough it is, but once you break through, and it takes a while out here. You can't do it in just the first year. At least most players don't.
That's true.
Ball rolls up, trips out the 4, and so a nice break for Jill-Allbrecht, who takes the early lead here in the opening game of the Hammer Eastern Open. We'll be right back after these messages. Lisa-Wagner on the right-hand lane. Well, she is 0 for 3 in terms of hitting the head pin.
She's making me look bad here in the our opening, I'm telling you.
I'll reinforce that a little bit. I watched her in practice, and she threw a lot of strikes. Now, see, she's moved right, and now she's got the great ball reaction. It's just, for whatever reason, either she didn't throw the ball as well or she didn't move fast enough, but you're going to see right here, it's a great reaction.
Well, that's right. Like I said, it's a very wet, dry condition. Here she gets the ball a little bit better on line, gets it out to the dry, hasn't come back. Now, she is playing a little bit deeper than I thought she would be. I thought she'd be playing out around 6 or 7, but apparently her ball probably hooks too much from that area, so she's trying to, again, swing into the dry.
I'd be very surprised if this ball doesn't hit the pocket on the left-hand lane. She probably made the same move on the left-hand lane. Enough. Has not hit the head pin on the left-hand lane. She moved right on the approach and still couldn't get it to the 1-3.
But Denny, she moved right, but again, she set the ball in the heads in the first 15 feet inside of her target. I know I competed 18 games, and that's all I was able to complete here this week. But there was so much conditioner in the center that it was such a wet dry that if you hit inside of your target, the ball went right.
Spare up. Well, the good news for Lisa is she is still in touch. Jill-Allbrecht